Blessings. Welcome to today's law enforcement daily devotional on this cold, wet morning. Um, Man, I pray blessings on you, and I hope that you're having a great day, and I hope you continue to have a great day. If you're working today, I hope you have a great shift. I hope you're safe. Um, we see here in this reading from Acts 24 through 26 that basically Paul's imprisoned the whole time, and we're going to just see, trial here, trial here, trial here. Another plot by the Jews to kill him at one point. But the way this ends gives me such great hope um, for us as law enforcement officers and what God has called us to. So I'll get into it. Today's may not be that long because it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, starting in 24:1, Paul goes on trial before Felix, um, the Jewish lawyer named Tertullus comes and um, pleads his case. Um, and just like all attorneys, in his opening statement, he tries to throw the law enforcement of the day under the bus. Remember, the law enforcement of the day are the Roman soldiers who saw this riot and this man about to be killed, and they intervened and they saved him. Now they're putting him on trial. They're the Roman soldiers are the law enforcement of the day. And this attorney says, but Lysias, the commander, came along and with much violence took him out of our hands. Well, of course he did. They were trying to kill him. So, not all attorneys are bad. My wife's an attorney. She's not bad at all. She's a prosecutor. So, um, anyway, uh, don't think I'm speaking bad about all attorneys, but this one takes the opportunity to throw law enforcement under the bus like we've all seen before. Um, Paul gives his defense in verses 10 through 21, basically saying you got no evidence. You have zero evidence because I've done nothing wrong. He gets put in jail, speaks to Festus, who's the the Roman authority at the time. Paul stays in that jail for 2 years, and then Festus is replaced by a new Roman leader. I'm sorry, Felix is the one he's been under. Then he's under Festus, and Festus is married to a Jewish woman who knows the Jewish traditions, and so Paul gets an opportunity to speak to her. Now Festus doesn't know all the history and background, tries to convince Paul to go back to Jerusalem because that's what the Jews wanted. They wanted to have his trial there. So he asked Paul, "Hey, would you be willing to go to Jerusalem with me and let's get this over with, have this trial?" Paul knows if he goes back to Jerusalem, there's a plot to kill him, and they're going to try and murder him in Jerusalem. So the only thing he can do is appeal to Caesar to go to Rome and have his case heard. So Festus says, "Sure, you're a Roman citizen. That's what you want to do. That's what you get to do." But then he gets visited by King Agrippa, uh, King of Israel, who they come and King Agrippa sits down, and he and his wife Bernice, they want to hear Paul. They want to hear his defense. And so Paul comes in chapter 26 and he lays it all out. And I love what King Agrippa says in verse 28. Agrippa replied to Paul, "In a short time, you will persuade me to become a Christian." I love, love, love that. That's the hope that all people, and Paul even says this, my hope is not only that just you, but everybody hearing me would become a Christian and follow Jesus. Um, as law enforcement officers who play a part in this, who get this opportunity to speak to leaders, man, that is my hope that we can share God's word, share the gospel, the good news in such a manner like Paul did, that the people hearing him are like, man, you're going to make me turn into a Christian. They haven't taken that step yet. Let's hope that Agrippa eventually takes that step and becomes a Christ follower. But anyway, just a good read this morning. Tomorrow we're going to finish up Acts. We're going to read chapters 27 and 28. And then, man, fasten your seatbelts because from here to the end of the year, we're going to read the rest of the New Testament. Man, we got like 3 weeks and bam, we're going to do it. So it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. Anyway, you guys be safe out there and I'll see you tomorrow.